I just wanted to talk about the blessings that I have received after the full moon. The biggest one was the day after. I guess we'll start with the full moon. Actually, I had court that day. I had it written down for the 17th, not the 11th, and they called me, and I started to freak out. I was going through a lot emotionally, and then on top of that, I messed up another thing, and I started to get real down on myself. That whole day, I just could not snap out of it. They set it for 10:30 the next day, and I thought for sure I was going to jail. It was for a felony marijuana charge, and I was scared. Even though they're trying to decriminalize everything, this was not the first time that I had missed a court date. I had warrants out on this, all because I forgot court dates. And I just couldn't understand why. I couldn't be normal and remember, and whatever normal is what I had to be reminded. So the next day, that night, I talked to my mom, and my mom and I don't have the closest relationship right now, but it's getting there. So she actually calmed my nerves a lot. She actually put me at ease. I listened, and so she said, just go to court, call me the next day, one thing at a time, because I'm trying to get my license, everything like that too. I mean, I was overwhelmed emotionally and physically. And so I went to court that day, took a taxi, was expecting to be just hit with the book. And I get in there, and I was in there with the inmates, all the felon inmates, and these people were looking at 15 years, some of them. And so I mean, I was in that courtroom for a reason on that day. And my public defender walked over to me and said, well, I have something that should put a smile on your face. I'm not sure if it's going to, but he said, we're going to drop this down to a misdemeanor, $150 fine, no probation, no nothing, you're done, you're out of here. He said, would you like to accept that? I said, yes. I started crying and said yes. Yes, I'm smoking a cigarette, I know it's bad. I didn't know what to say. And there was a lady next to me, and she hugged me and I said, thank you, I needed that. And her son was looking at 15 years. Her mother had just died, her sister had just died, and what do you say to that other than sorry, and that everything will be okay. I tried to be supportive. I gave her my number, and I said a little prayer for her, just to show some grace and some mercy. But whatever needs to happen there will happen. So I walked out, and instead of calling a taxi home, instead of taking the bus home, I walked. I felt the need to walk, and I just kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I felt on top of the world. Every person that I walked by, they said hi to me, I said hi back. I had a connection and interaction with them because I was not afraid. I was good enough, I was good enough for grace, pretty much. I mean, so I walked home, and I got home, and all of a sudden, my ex-stepfather is sitting in the driveway and mowing the backyard, and I've been struggling with the mower for a week, trying to get a ride to the grocery store. He gave me a ride to the grocery store. Everything started lifting, just little things here and there. And then the next day, well, actually that night, someone had messaged me on Facebook, and I don't normally respond to people that I don't know, or I don't go do things with people I don't know because I'm too scared to get hurt or to have a connection with people. But it's Mother's Day weekend, and my kids were with me, and I can't take them anywhere because I don't have a license. It's hard to get rides. And this guy offered to take us to the Chiefs game, and pay for everything and to pick us up, and just because he was a nice guy. Now, and I accepted that, and we had a great time. We ended up going and watching a movie afterwards, and my kids loved it. And so the next day, I had a friend that I've known for a while, and I haven't talked to him for 10 years probably, well, in person at least, and he has been offering to take me for a motorcycle ride. And last night I was like, yeah, okay. My daughter wasn't there, and so he gets here, and he's got a nice bike, a very nice bike, and it's comfortable, it's fast. I mean, and I was not scared at all, and I wasn't scared to hold on to him, you know. I mean, usually I've got a bubble, don't touch me. If I don't want you to touch me, don't touch me. But I just didn't care, and I knew that it wasn't like that. I felt so alive. I needed all this. And now I'm healing with my relationship with my ex-husband. We still haven't gotten divorced yet, but there's things that just need to be dealt with, and it's happening, and I'm okay with this stuff. Like, I feel at peace. I mean, there's been tons more little tiny blessings, but I mean, those were the huge ones that just stood out to me the most. I haven't had to stress over anything since the day of court, because I just don't stress over anything, because I know that someone's got me. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about my little weekend, and how it wasn't like anything ridiculously huge or anything like that, but it meant the world to me, and it changed me. So thank you.